next news. Breaking news from the White House.
A retired Marine just delivered the most devastating takedown of Democrat voter ID lies I've ever seen, and it's going viral for a reason. What he said next had the establishment, the entire establishment, in a panic. I'm Gary Franchi reporting from just outside the White House, and this is a video they do not want you to see. You see, look, this isn't just about voter ID anymore. It's about whether we're going to have a country left. The Democrats have spent years telling you that requiring ID to vote is somehow racist, somehow elitist, somehow un-American. Meanwhile, they show ID to get on planes, they show ID to buy alcohol, they show ID to pick up their prescriptions. But when it comes to the most sacred right we have as citizens, suddenly it's too much to ask. And here's what makes this very personal for you. Every illegal vote that gets cast cancels out your vote. Every election that gets stolen steals your vote. And the Trump administration behind me is fighting to pass the Save America Act right now. And what you're about to see proves exactly why the Democrats are terrified of it. And speaking of protecting what's yours, there's another fight you need to be winning right now. New numbers out of Washington show inflation's on the rise again. Another threat to you, your savings account, and your retirement. So ask yourself an honest question. What does the next decade look like for you? Your savings. If your portfolio lacks exposure to gold, one of history's most reliable economic hedges, it's time to rethink your strategy. Gold has kept up with inflation and in many periods outpaced it. My friends at Noble Gold Investments, they specialize in helping people protect their wealth with physical gold and silver. And right now, all new qualified accounts will receive a free 10th ounce American Gold Eagle as a thank you. Visit nextnewsgold.com and discover just how easy it is to protect your financial future. That's nextnewsgold.com. Now I'm going to show you the videos that have the Democrats in full meltdown. All right, yes, we got 4 of them, explosive clips to get through, and each one is more damaging than the last. A Marine veteran, a congressman with receipts, a Senate leader dropping truth bombs, and a Democrat senator making a complete fool of herself. So let's just get right into it. First up, retired Marine bomb tech, Joey Jones. Now, this man lost both his legs serving in our country in Afghanistan. He sacrificed more for America than most politicians ever will. And when the topic of voter ID came up, he delivered a message that every single American needs to hear. Now, you need to watch exactly what happens. Roll it.
If you ain't got what it takes to go get the right documentation to show that you're a citizen, if voting doesn't matter any more to you than that, I don't give a damn if you ever vote again, because I don't care what you have to say. And if that's mean or elitist or whatever, I really don't care. And if you're a politician and those are the people you're advocating for, I really hope you lose too. Because if you're going to be in the greatest and most prosperous country in the world, you should want to take part in it and give a little to do it. I mean, what was it, JFK? Don't ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. You can find your birth certificate and go get a free ID to vote. That's what you can do for your country.
Amen.
Did you catch that? I don't give a damn if you ever vote again because I don't care what you have to say. That's a Marine telling it like it is. And he quoted JFK, a Democrat. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. You can find your birth certificate. You can get a free ID. That's the bare minimum. But here's where it gets even more embarrassing for the left. Congressman Lance Gooden just exposed the Democrats' entire argument with one simple comparison. And I have to warn you, if you're a Democrat watching this, what you're about to see is going to be very uncomfortable. Take a look at what's happening in Somalia, of all places. Watch.
Somalia's electoral authorities have started issuing voter ID cards across Mogadishu as the capital prepares for its first direct municipal council elections in decades under a one-person, one-vote system. Printing at the Somali Independent Election Committee headquarters operates around the clock in 2 8-hour shifts, producing an estimated 30,000 to 40,000 cards daily. Each printer turns out 2,000 to 3,000 cards, and officials expect to finish printing for 7 districts this week.
Did you hear that? Somalia, a third world country, is printing 30,000 to 40,000 voter ID cards a day. They're running 2 8-hour shifts around the clock. One person, one vote. If Mogadishu can figure this out, if they can implement election integrity, why can't the Democrats? And the reason why? Well, it's about to become crystal clear. Senate Majority Leader John Thune went on the record about what the Democrats are really planning, and what Thune reveals about the Democrat playbook should terrify every patriot who's watching. Now listen very carefully to this.
Am I right?
Well, look, I don't disagree that there is a possibility if the Democrats ever get the House, the Senate, and the White House, get unified control of the government, they might try to do that. I don't think we don't know the answer to that. It's a hypothetical. But what I will tell you is there are not the votes to nuke the filibuster in the United States Senate today. And I think, frankly, too, for a lot of reasons, Bill, this it has protected Republicans through the years, conservative principles and priorities, by requiring a supermajority to get things done in the United States Senate. That's the way the founders designed it. You can argue that these are different times, and maybe they are, but the founders decided to divide power in the Article 1 branch of the government between the House and the Senate, and they made the Senate this way for a particular reason, and that is to require a supermajority to get things done, which means that the minority has a voice in our government. So, you know, we're debating the philosophy of that right now, but the practical reality is, and this is what I keep coming back to, is there aren't anywhere close to the votes to nuke the legislative filibuster in the United States Senate today. That's the reality that I have to deal with.
Well, for all the debate,
There it is. Thune admits the Democrats will try to nuke the filibuster if they ever get unified control again. They want to eliminate the minority voice entirely. The founders designed the Senate to require a supermajority for a reason. The Democrats want to tear that apart so they can ram through every radical policy, including blocking voter ID forever. Speaking of radical Democrats, wait until you see this next clip. Democrat Senator Lisa Blunt Rochester went to the Senate floor in what she called the Save America Act. The bill that simply requires you to prove you're a citizen before voting is absolutely unhinged. You just have to see it to believe it.
Senators, we plan to stand in its path, and I hope that some of my Republican colleagues will join us. And to all of those watching at home, I want you to know there is strength in numbers, that your power lies in being educated and informed and organized and mobilizing. And in this moment, I stand here and say no to Jim Crow 2.0.
Jim Crow 2.0. She actually said it. Requiring an ID, something you need to buy Sudafed, is now equivalent to the racist laws of the segregation era. This is exactly the desperation we're seeing. They have no argument, so they scream racism. It's pathetic, and the American people see right through it. Now let me put all this together for you. This is what we just witnessed. A Marine veteran who lost his legs for this country says showing ID is the bare minimum you can do. A third world nation is implementing voter ID while Democrats claim America can't. Senate Republicans are holding the line while Democrats plot to destroy the filibuster and eliminate your voice entirely. And when they run out of arguments, they scream Jim Crow. That's their playbook. That's their only move, because they know if every vote is verified, if every voter is a citizen, they lose, and they can't allow that to happen. The Save America Act is sitting there waiting to be passed. President Trump is fighting for it. Patriots in Congress are fighting for it. And now you need to fight for it. So share this video with every single person you know. Comment below and tell me, do you think requiring ID to vote is racist? I already know what the answer is going to be. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you never want to miss a report. You see, the mainstream media will never show you what we just showed you. And that's why we're here at the White House. That's why you are here. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and as always, stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this. Share this now.